Let's put Boss Man on notice. Let's put Boss Man Fat on blast. Well, that's not exactly the way we do things around here, but we do need to discuss something. Mike Fisher reporting from Frisco, where the more we do a little research into Kelvin Joseph's beginning of his Dallas Cowboys career, the more we're a little bit concerned. It really comes in 3 steps, not all of which are within his control, but all of which need to be considerations of his going forward. The first thing that we understand is he showed up to the rookie OTAs and wasn't in perfect shape. Now, I'm not saying he showed up bloated. I'm not saying he rolled in here. I'm not saying he pulled a Nate Newton and had to, run around the track to try. None of that. Just not in perfect shape. Not in second round. I'm ready to compete for a starting job. I'm taking this seriously. I'm a professional football player now. Not in that good a shape. Strike 1. Strike 2, the 10-day quarantine. Now again, HIPAA prevents the Cowboys from saying he had COVID. I think he indicated, I think he had emojis with masks and stuff. So I think that's probably a fair guess. And as we all know, after this pandemic for the last year and a half, sometimes that just happens to you. You don't necessarily have control of all that. Although, now we're in a time and place, a year and a half later, where we have more control than we did. So, if he got sick in that way, is that a strike against him, against Boss Man Fat? It's not good. Okay, and then comes another strike. And by the way, this is not 3 strikes, you're out. That's baseball. This is 3 strikes, and we just drafted you. Let's get to work on this. I will take you back to my best story that I have about the Cowboys' research into a player and how it can work for them. Lyle Collins, and by the way, what I'm about to say may be a bit indelicate. So Lyle Collins was dating a woman back home in Louisiana. But he wasn't really dating her. He was associated with her. She was found deceased. Tragic situation. Murdered? Because Lyle Collins knew her, had intimate familiarity with her, allegedly. There was a moment where even law enforcement officials wondered whether or not he was tied in any way to her death, college football star Lyle Collins. Some teams followed the lead of law enforcement officials and said, we're not touching that. You're investigating him, you're asking him, that's enough for us. Cowboys didn't do that. When I say that the Cowboys all but sent the Green Beret to Louisiana to look into Lyle Collins, his background, his friends, his girlfriends, his habits, his studying in class, his relationship with instructors, all of it. I mean to tell you, I'm not exaggerating when I say that some of the people that were in the Cowboys' employ who looked into what Lyle Collins, what makes him tick, and then specifically, what is his real relationship with the unfortunate deceased. I mean, literally, they had that kind of background, like FBI, CIA, I say Green Beret. Okay, maybe Green Beret is a slight exaggeration, but literally that level of investigative skill. And they reported back to the Cowboys and said, no, he's just a regular kid, regular guy who had this indelicate relationship with a woman, and the fact that she's no longer with us has nothing to do with him. By this time, of course, Lyle Collins goes undrafted in the NFL. Even though he was a first-round blue-chip talent, Jerry Jones charms Lyle and his family, and Lyle Collins signs with Dallas, and the rest, hopefully, is positive history. So that's the level of research that can get done when you wonder if there's a problem. Now, did the Cowboys do that same level of research on Kelvin Joseph? What did they find, and did they ignore what they found? First of all, one of the things they bumped into was an allegation from some people that he was coached by, that he kind of sometimes showed up when he wanted to. And I don't mean like didn't play hard on certain plays. I mean just kind of showed up sometimes and didn't show up other times when he didn't want to. How much is this about the rap career? I've said this in his defense. I'm not going to back off this yet, that him wanting to be a rapper is not that much different than Tony Romo wanting to be a golfer. It's something you do on the side. On the side. During Kelvin Joseph's college football career, did he always do it on the side? And I think the answer is no. When he left LSU, was it because he had stuff going on the side? And they told him, listen, if you're going to do all that and not be here, you might as well just go do all that. And so he did. Now, is that 3 strikes against Kelvin Joseph? Or is this just an early pimple on what's going to be a great career where he becomes a starting cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, and he goes to 3 Pro Bowls, and he helps them contend for Super Bowls? All those things are completely possible. You could be immature, silly, irresponsible, goofy, rapper, golfer, bowler, fisherman, all those things. When I think he's 22. And then if you want to be a pro football player, you better find a way to put those things to the side. Not bury them, not quit them, not betray yourself, not keep it real. You better put the toys away. This is big man school now. This is serious. You want to float around LSU and then float over Kentucky and then float over and do a concert? Maybe when you're 19, you get to do that. And the college tells you go away. Another college tells you, well, you want to play when you want to play? Well, we can roll with that. Can't do that here. Won't work here. It's been said often by people who played professional football, who were brilliant athletes, incredibly gifted, special. You still have to love it, or you can't do it. You have to love it, or you can't excel at it. No matter how fast you are, no matter how big you are, no matter how strong you are, no matter how gifted you are, you have to love this. Kelvin Joseph now, between this period and the beginning of training camp in a month, has a month to do everything he can to demonstrate that he loves this, that he wants this. Show up in Oxnard, fit, healthy, and with the silliness and the foolishness and the immaturity put to a side. That's your job. Not bashing you, not crushing you, not even judging you. This is Uncle Fish helping you. Man to man. Be a man. Man to man. Boss Man Fat from Boss Man Fish in Frisco. Out.